I'm Will,
I'm Nabil.
and this is Cardboard Minute. We're going to be taking a look at some two-player games. This might be one of possibly many in a series where we do some playthroughs. We're going to start off with a real classic two-player game. I think for a long time this was like the ultimate two-player game that you saw was in everyone's collection.
Right.
And this is Lost Cities, designed by Reiner Knizia, who I believe is actually a mathematician by trade. And you can kind of see that in a lot of his games because they do get slightly mathy, but not so much where you need to necessarily pull out a calculator all the time. But it just means that his games are very carefully calculated and balanced and kind of honed that fine edge. Not a lot of theme, but we'll look at that in a review after we've given it a play. So let's head down and begin. I will not give a full teach. Kind of lately in my videos, we've been doing a kind of teach as you play. This game does not have a whole ton of rules anyways, so you should be able to catch on within the first few minutes of kind of what we're doing. And we'll play through a full game and give a review at the end. So feel free to check the timestamps if you want to jump ahead. All right, let's begin. Or to a discard pile, which have to match the color. Now the question is, I don't know if we can see. Maybe let's not look at our. But we'll say now we won't look at the at the preview monitor.
Yeah,
so that so that way we'll hold our hands so that people can see what we have, but that we can't see each other's. Right. And I'll be very careful not to look at the screen.
Yeah.
and
maybe trying not to.
and maybe that'll be a way that it'll make it more interesting for viewers. So we need to go in alphabetical order and start with some pledge cards. Are you going? Would you like to go first?
No, go for it.
No,
go ahead.
Great. What if I don't want to? Okay, I'm just gonna straight up discard a card and then draw a card.
All right. I will start by doing this.
Ooh, okay. And then draw.
And then draw. Yep. So these are the wager cards, and they have to go at the beginning of the column, but you can play 1, 2, or 3 of them. But then as soon as you play a number, then the numbers have to go in sequential order from lowest to highest.
Right. Get them in first.
Yep.
Before.
Yep. And they act as multipliers for your point at the end of the game for that column.
It's risky though, because if you don't complete your column, there are potentially negative multipliers.
Potentially. As
well. So you're telling me you have red cards, or at least are planning on red cards.
Or that I have no idea what I'm doing.
Or you have no idea what you're doing. Like I have no idea. I'm going to drop a white 9 here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, why don't we drop this and pick up a card? Oh, that's lovely. That's not what I wanted.
Yeah, well, you can probably tell we're not high-level players.
Nope, I have never played this game before.
You've never played it, and it's been at least a couple of years since I've played it. I have played it a few times before, but
I seem to have not played a lot of the classics.
Well, we gotta catch up on that.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if dumping cards is a good plan or not.
I mean, if you have all high cards, you can't start with the high cards, right? Like, you gotta dump them.
That's just it. You gotta start low.
Yeah. Ideally. Yeah, well, I don't want that card. I don't really want that card either.
I don't think we're going to get perfect hands before we can start, but...
No.
We definitely want enough cards that we feel like we're going to make something of it.
Yeah.
Right? You're never going to have 1 to 8 in your hand.
No, you're never going to have the complete, column, obviously.
Yeah, like I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Put it down.
You want to have at least a couple, so you don't... Because at the end of the game, when you add up the total points for all your columns, you subtract 20. They're just straight 20 from each column.
The only columns you've started.
Yeah, if you haven't started a column, you don't subtract 20 points. But so if you don't have if the total of the column is not very high, you might end up with negative points after you subtract 20 from it. But let's try this. All right, let's just do it. Let's do it.
Okay, we're starting already. I'm gonna drop winner blue, and I'm gonna pick up a green.
Oh, I didn't pick up a card. All right, we'll pick that one up. Sure. Okay. Yeah, we'll drop that one. And yeah. Oh Lord.
Okay, putting in the green. Pick up that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Thank you for your contribution.
Right, that's
Is there? Oh, there's blue. First, the red picture made me think that was a red card.
no. Well, I guess okay.
I might be giving that to you because you've already got red started, but I gotta pick up something different.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna start that. And I think we are gonna pick that up actually.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? It's safe to play this now because because you don't need it.
Nope. Well, nope. Could use that 6 though.
Well, it's in there.
Well,
just gotta get your way down to it.
Yeah, okay. Let's do... You know what? Let's just do it. Let's do it.
Oh, you got red. It's a sizable deck too.
Yeah, the game ends when the last player draws when the player draws whoever draws the last card. The game ends
From the deck.
From the deck, yeah. And
yeah, I think if I recall, there'll be probably the last few rounds. People might be, jostling around in the main
trying to count how many cards are left to see.
Trying to get that last couple cards in.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the green.
Okay. We're gonna do this as well.
Ooh. Okay. Wow. Wow. If you can get the cards, I've lost already. If you can get the cards.
If I can get the cards, which probably not.
Oh, yeah, that's one I probably could have used.
Yeah, that's why I discarded it now. Well, I just got it actually, so. Alright, let's see. I think I might get screwed with the blue cards here. You took a turn already?
I did, yeah.
Oh, you're getting all those greens.
I had them. I haven't drawn a new one since. I had them in my hand.
Okay.
It's because I had been tossing everything else.
Right. I don't really want that. Oh. I think I should start getting these out. Ooh.
I got a yellow.
You did get a yellow.
Yeah. I have another yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure there are only the 3 multipliers
Per color, yeah. All right, let's do that. Ooh, I like that. Okay, well, I can't play that.
Sorry. sorry, not sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. It's all right. What are the chances I'll get that? Probably pretty low. Okay, we have to go. We have to make sure that I get some actual points from that column.
Yeah, you weren't. Your chances were very low that you were going to get that card.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, because if you add up the numbers and then subtract, is it add up, then subtract, and then multiply? Or is it, forget the order
I thought you
of the math.
Add them up and then multiply and then subtract? Maybe I read that wrong.
You know,
probably a good thing to know.
Now that I say it again in my head, I'm confusing myself. So it's the sum.
Yeah.
Then the costs, the expedition costs.
Okay.
So you add them up, you subtract the 20.
Shoot. I'm good.
And then you multiply.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm okay with that. It's positive. It's fine.
So that's as long as you're over 20, then at least you're not losing out.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm pretty sure it's my turn.
I believe so, yes.
And our deck is quickly running out.
It is. Oof, that blue column is terrible. What am I doing there? Oh, jeez.
I'm going to pick up.
All right. All right.
Well, that's going to be good for you.
No! Oh, no! Oh, that is lame. All right, and we'll put that one down too.
Woo! Yeah, there's no use hanging on to that any further.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're gonna get all 3 blue wagers.
I know, but how long do I have to complete this before the deck runs out is gonna be the question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
How many cards is there?
Yeah, we can look at that. You can fan them out and see.
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like 4 turns each.
Okay.
Oh, well, possibly more.
All right.
Well, actually, no, it's 4 turns each because you're picking up a card every turn.
Another one. Grab that, I guess.
You probably have a lot of blues.
Or at least enough blues.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, I think I'll have to cut my losses here at this point.
Okay. I don't want to advance the deck any further.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Well, maybe I will have to just. Maybe I'll have to play something just to slow you down a little.
Maybe. Right. Alright. Oh, this is very difficult.
Ooh, we got 3 left.
Yep.
And does it end immediately?
I believe so. I thought, but we'll double check. I believe it ends immediately. Oh, wow. That's a big column.
Oh, of course. The last card was
the 9.
Was the 9, but
Jeez.
I mean, I'm glad I at least played the 10.
Yeah.
All right, time for math.
Yeah. Okay, so you're
So you sum first,
Yep.
minus the 20-point cost of entry,
Times your wagers.
and then times the wagers.
Okay. 51.
64.
Oof. This killed me.
This was 32 points.
Wow.
It came down to 8 essentially, but then times 4.
Wow.
So that helped a lot.
Yep. I should not have started that blue column.
But I mean, I didn't think either of us were going to go for the white ones. But
Yeah, no.
you managed to.
Halfway through the game, I just started picking it. Like I started getting all the white cards off the deck, and then I was like, okay, well, I guess I should start a white column because I've got all these white cards. So.
Yeah. What were you holding greens in your hand? I picked up that 9.
I had a couple of greens in my hand. I had. I had these 3 here.
Oh, okay. You had the higher blues.
I wanted to play the higher blues, but then I ended up getting a whole bunch of whites. So I'm like, okay, that's probably getting me more points than just adding to the blue column.
Because of the multiplier, it would have for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was holding out on the whites and reds.
I got a whole bunch of reds too late because I'd already played the 9, and then I got the 7, the 3, and the 8.
Right.
Well, but the 3 was way too late anyways, but...
Yeah, you kind of got screwed a little bit on the yellows. I don't think you realized how many yellows I had holding in my hand when you started laying down those.
I did not.
I just waited. I was like, okay, well let's see how deep of a hole he can dig himself.
That's okay. I still got positive points.
You did turn on positive on that for sure. That would have hurt worse if you didn't. But you weren't gonna. I wasn't gonna let you capitalize on that and get a ton of points.
For sure.
All right. So thoughts.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I can see why it's like, one of the considered to be like a classic two-player game. It's quick, very simple rule set, but also gives you a good, there's a good amount of decision points and some, weighty decisions that you have to make. And then there's that whole like, do I discard this card because I don't need it, but I think he might need it.
Yeah.
So do I hang on to it? But then it's just clogging up my hand,
Yeah. It's got a good amount of tension.
Yeah.
Even though there's no direct confrontation.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still that very much like whatever I play down could be at risk of being picked up by the other player.
Yeah.
And you can get stuff from that.
Yeah, and then also you don't want to overextend yourself and pick up things that you're not going to have time to play, which is what happened to me.
It came down to like counting the cards almost and seeing like, okay, like if I slow down a little bit and pick up cards here to fill my hand, I can get out what I need.
Exactly.
And then
instead of just racing through that deck.
And then racing through it.
Yeah. So it's good. Now normally you'd play 3 rounds where you go through the entire deck and then add up the total scores from all those rounds, but
I think a lot of the 2-player line games do that. Just as a way to like fill your evening.
Yeah, I don't know that I would really.
You can totally play it as a one-off.
Play it as a one-off, like a 15, 20 minute sort of like filler, and then, or like if you're waiting for people to show up to your game night and there's just 2 of you there, like you could break this out and play 1 round of it, and by the time everyone shows up, you're basically done.
Yeah, there are numerous printed versions of this. So this one, just components-wise, it's got standard, slightly cheapy cards, but they're nice big sizes.
Yep, they're easy to shuffle, which is good.
They're easy to shuffle. I kind of like the art a little bit. I know some people are not huge fans. It's a little bit of almost a pencil sketch kind of looking art.
I honestly didn't really look too much at the art as we were playing.
It means nothing to the game.
But there's some neat art in there. I don't mind it.
Yeah, and then the boards. pretty nice. There are, like I said, there's been long since numerous versions. I know there's a dice rolling game, and there's a bigger one that came with I think a sixth color. But I feel like all those were just kind of unnecessary. There's even a board version.
Oh.
But from what I hear, this is still the classic best version.
Yeah.
At least I haven't played any of those other ones, so I'm kind of reading opinions online, so take that what you will. But I mean, for something that is relatively cheap to pick up, if you drop the box somewhere, you probably don't even need the center board. You could just stick a deck of cards in your backpack or whatever and take it with you on a trip.
You could easily just travel with a deck of cards in a Ziploc bag, and like, you don't need this board to make 5 discard piles.
No, it would be a very easy travel game for a couple.
Definitely.
Or something for sure. Yeah, relatively small table space.
Yeah, good game for a pub.
For a pub game, yeah, for sure. So, I definitely recommend it. I mean, at this point, it should be obvious. Many people love this game, and it's an easy one to introduce or play with people who are not familiar with games or just looking for something quick and easy, but with a fair amount of non-direct confrontational confrontation.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I can definitely see that. Depending on who you play with, some games of this you might feel like you're kind of just constantly getting the cards you need stolen out from under you. If that person's playing that way and they can sort of figure out what you're going for and sort of hate draft, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, there's a bit of a battle of the wits kind of element to it, but without being so overly thinky.
And it's not, as I said, it's not like you're not directly it's not as much direct confrontation.
Yeah, I was comparing this before we started to Arboretum, which is another game I love to play with 2 players because it transforms into that battle of the wits element. But that one is far more difficult to track with your brain power and brain space to keep track of what the possibilities in the deck or in the hands are.
And there's also a spatial element to that game as well.
And the spatial element is almost a level too much for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah. I remember the first time that I played it with my wife, she scored 0 points.
That's definitely possible.
She almost always beats me when we play games for the first time.
Yeah, that's a favorite in our house as well. So I think that does it there. Thanks for watching. This is Cardboard Minutes, and please check out some of our other recommendations for 2-player games and playthroughs. We also have a Instagram channel where we regularly post cool pictures of games we play. And thanks again, and have a good night.
See you next time.
I still don't know what to sign off with.
Yeah,
I've been trying to script something. I mean, I do scripting for work, so I just need to sit down and
script
something. I'm like.